So as culture is changing, as we're seeing this shift away from church going, how do we enter back into those spaces to provide influence, to meet people where they're at?
Yeah, I'm really passionate about this. It sounds like really simple, but I think we just need to build equity with people. We need to like be the kind of people that have conversations with people that we disagree with and still love them and not judge them and not hate them, or maybe not to their face, but like then on social media post something about them or about that political party or about that political ideology or whatever it is. Like, we need to be people that build equity, because if we follow Jesus and if we are motivated by the things that are good and noble and pure, and that's what we're thinking about and that's how we're living, then our actions will be reflecting love. And if we reflect love, then we are inclined to want to know people, to be curious about people, to hear them even if we don't agree with what they're saying, and leave it at that. Like, to not have to correct them, or to not have to like say like, well, I'm actually better, or even give off any sort of vibe of like superiority. That's what people read so often right now. And I think that us building equity in our communities, just being the kind of people like that have conversations with others at the grocery store, or that aren't like on like hyper alert if someone like is wanting to have a conversation, I don't know, just in some public place. I'm like thinking of all the places I go with my kids. Like, I go to a park, and if someone wants to talk to me, I don't need to be scared of that conversation. I don't need to be like, let me get out of this conversation as soon as I can. The more I engage and I'm just like curious about people and kind to people, then I think the more equity is built. We don't need to push any sort of agenda in every single conversation that we have with people. The Spirit of God is the one that changes people's hearts. It's the one that brings people to Him. It's the one that brings people into the kingdom. And if we are ready to answer questions that are asked of us about Jesus, that's one thing. But we first have to do the work of building equity with people, of being kind to people, of being good listeners, being curious about them and their lives and loving others in order to even get to that place.